You cannot convince me that some of these white folks are wicked. Hey. You cannot convince me that some of these white folks are heartless. Do not get me wrong. I am not in support. If you have been coming close to my channel, watching my videos, I'm not in support of anything relating to illegal documents, illegal immigrants. Do not get me wrong. But seeing this particular video online and seeing what a teacher have to do to her 5 years kindergarten student is quite alarming. It simply means Jesus. I don't know how I'm going to be expressing it because it simply means there's going to be a lot going on in the classroom. If a teacher can literally do this. I don't know if you guys have seen this story or this is the first time you're seeing this story, but honestly, let me know what you think because Black Americans did not find this funny at all. And that is one thing and why I will keep loving, supporting Black Americans because they do not support evil. They do not. I see some white folks saying, oh, it's not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing. And I see some also saying that that thing she did is absolutely wrong. But I did not see any single Black Americans that clapped or cheered for this teacher. And God will bless you guys. Credit belongs to the original creator of every single clips and stitches we have in our today's episode. Disclaimers, this is just for educational purposes only, not to come here bash anyone and make you feel uncomfortable. If you haven't subscribed, please do what to subscribe, like this video, drop me your comments, and lastly, do not forget to share. And with that being said, let's dive right into this video. I'll be back with commentaries.
America, we need to talk. Watch this video. It's almost 10 minutes. I just screenshot it and scrolled through this guy's page, and he has a fake hotline. Well, he's a comedian. He's got other stuff on there too, but he has a fake hotline, and people think they're calling and reporting ICE, reporting migrants, undocumented people to ICE. And it's so sad because our country is so racist. And it's a lot of these old white women. Old white women. That's why I hate being an older white woman. I feel like people aren't sure of me. Like I think I need to have all liberal t-shirts to wear all the time. But then if I do that, I'm a target by some other weirdos. But this will show you how openly racist our country is. Well, not openly. This is behind closed doors. And then when the guy kind of makes them feel a little bit bad, they don't want to feel bad though. They want to be able to report these people and they want to be able to hurt people. But yet they want to be good with Jesus. And now some of these really blatant racist people, it gives them open game to just be outright racist and fascist to anybody on the street. And if this really ramps up, this is going to get really bad. People just like outright throw the N-word and get away with it and shit like that, and be outright grab women's asses and shit. I'm telling you. But when I was talking to the mayor of Bolingbrook, she actually told me Latino people in Bolingbrook or the surrounding community are calling ICE on other Latinos because there's competition for landscaping. They want to get the gigs. Unbelievable. Can you believe that? Latinos reporting other Latinos in Bolingbrook for landscaping gigs. Wow. And I'll say it like I say everything. That's disgusting and enough already. Anyways, watch this video. These Karens Oh, man. And some of you people out there are probably like that, or you know people like that, or your neighbors. You need to shun them now. You need to shun them now.
I have my own hotline for reporting illegal immigrants, and people call it thinking that it's legitimate. I talked to a kindergarten teacher that wants to deport the parents of a kindergartner at her school. And it looks like they have a child who was born in New York, which makes them an American citizen.
Yeah.
So we're looking to deport the parents and leave the child.
Right. Like I said, I don't know if they're here illegally. I just think it's odd, you know? It's very odd.
What did you say was odd?
It's just odd for them to even be here. Like, I'm a teacher at a school. Okay, I know schools. I know the law about schools. I mean, they seem like nice people or whatever, but I looked them up in our files, and I was like, oh, she was born in Honduras, and he's born in El Salvador. So right there, it's like, okay, maybe I'm on the right path. You know, they drop off their kid every day.
So their kid is their kid a student at your school?
Yes. Yes.
One of your
kindergarten.
Okay, so now you want to get his parents deported?
Well, I'm just saying that if they're taking up resources from our county,
Okay.
I'm not into illegal people being here.
I mean, if the son's in kindergarten, what, is 6 or 7,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, he's probably like 5 or 6.
And they was born in New York, so that means, assumingly, they've been in America for 6 or 7 years.
Yeah.
And now we're going to go ahead and just remove them.
Are you like questioning that, or what do you know?
Yeah. Sorry, no, I'm just writing this down for my own personal notes, and my supervisor teaches at school, wants kindergarten child's parents
You
deported.
make it sound terrible. You make it sound like it's terrible, but
Oh, well, I'm just writing down what you're telling me.
okay. What? Yeah. Okay.
Sounds terrible, so you can write that down too, I guess. And that's Hispanic in an area where you wouldn't normally see Hispanics, okay?
Right. Like people that are born in another country.
Yeah, because you normally see those people where?
Like in the cities.
Got it. Okay. Hispanics out of place, now in country, not where they belong in city. So we were able to confirm that they are documented citizens along with their child.
Oh, good.
So yeah, it's good because we don't have to deport a 6-year-old. And yeah, I mean, you know, that little fella could have been a threat to our national security.
Why are you talking to me like this?
Say again?
Why do you talk to me like this?
I'm sorry, what are you referring to?
Like you're like sarcastic.
Oh, okay. I mean, I just thought that maybe you'd be okay and just happy that the people that you reported were actually here legally and that they belong, just like you and me.
Could I talk to your supervisor? You said you had a supervisor.
Yeah, I just thought you were going to be happy.
Yeah, I am happy, but I'm not happy with your attitude. You just said to me, the 6-year-old won't be a threat to national security.
Yeah.
That's sarcastic.
I would think that the people that were deporting, especially 6-year-olds, that there would be a good reason for it.
I was talking about the people who I thought they're illegal because they were born in a different country. I can't help that they have a 6-year-old. That's on them.
You know what we'll do? I'll get in touch with the supervisor. I send him a text. When he gets back to me, I'll see if he can follow up with you and this.
And what is his name?
His name is Brian. But yeah, thought you'd be happy to know that they're documented, but we'll have the
I am
follow-up.
happy. I'm super happy. Super happy. I'm glad. You know, that's wonderful.
Well, it's good. You know, the 6-year-old can stay in the school, and, you know, I know it's tough looking at him. And but yeah, we'll get on my supervisor. Just he can give you a call back in a little bit. My understudy here said you were having some issues with him about some out-of-place Hispanics.
Something like that, yeah.
Okay.
You sound exactly like Greg. Okay. I just didn't like his attitude.
I really do apologize for that. Looks like Brian said we did confirm the document status of these individuals, and we're happy we were able to do that for you despite the sarcasm and the things that you're complaining about.
Okay, yeah, I'm glad. I'm glad that they're fine folks and belong here and all that good stuff. But he was criticizing me because there was a 6-year-old boy involved. You know what I mean? But he's acting like I'm this terrible person because I'm going to deport a 6-year-old. And in fact, he goes today, because a 6-year-old would be a threat to national security.
I have my own hotline I have a website for reporting illegal immigrants, and sometimes people end up on the site thinking that it's real. And one person wanted me to look into an employee working at the grocery store Publix.
It was a young Spanish woman who couldn't speak English, but she somehow understood when I was looking for cold water. She was able to walk me and point me in the right direction, but couldn't communicate with me in English.
Okay, and so now you want us to go ahead and remove her from the country.
Well, if this is something you're doing, what's your goal here? You know, what was the intent? What was the whole point of the reporting?
Okay.
Fact check. Do you work for the government, Brian?
I am in affiliation in a non-affiliated way with the government. We do work coherently and cohesively with the The ISIS?
The 3 customers in front of my husband and I were like number 4 in line at the checkout. The 3 customers in front of us also did not speak English.
Gotcha.
So it's a community. It's an entire community.
She helped you find the water. Then she takes you to the cashier. It was at that point when you made the connection that multiple Publix employees.
I asked her in English. Can you show me where you got your cold bottled water? She couldn't communicate with me.
And then she did help you find the water?
Right. She walked me right to it.
And so despite her ability to help you find the water, you feel like she should be put in a van and driven across the border.
No, that's not. No, that's not at all what I'm saying. What I'm saying is it's worth an interest. It's worth a peek.
Gotcha. Okay. But if we were to take a peek and find out, yeah, she actually isn't in the country legally, then it would be worth putting her in that van and driving her over. I have a website for reporting illegal immigrants, and people end up on the site thinking that it's legitimate. I had 2 individuals contact me, one of them that wanted every 7-Eleven store investigated, and another that wanted to deport his ex-wife.
What we could do is even sending a letter will suffice first that immigrants might be hired. So,
Yeah, absolutely. I do have a contact for the representatives at 7-Eleven, and I can absolutely have a letter submitted by the end of the day today, if not tomorrow. I'll send you over the letter that we submitted, and we'll go over it for our reports. Does that sound good?
Yep. And another thing with regard to 7-Eleven, they also know it. 7-Eleven franchisor also knows it, that it is happening.
I made a website for reporting illegal immigrants, and sometimes people end up on the website thinking that it's real. And somebody wanted to report a man that they suspected to be an illegal immigrant that lives in their neighborhood. So I reached out to see if I could help.
There is one person who comes, not English speaking, who comes Saturday like a thief in the night at 10:30, 11:30 at night, and then leaves Sunday, and he's gone.
Okay.
And the lights always on.
They're using electricity in the home.
Yes.
And that is definitely suspicious.
Yes, and the light is always lit in the garage. The light stays on. We cannot see the basement section from our kitchen window.
And so just not being able to see what the resident is doing inside their own home, that's what raises the suspicions.
Exactly. He will not speak to us. He ignores us. So when he comes and he sees us, he totally ignores us.
By him, you have a need to feel seen by him.
Yes. Sometimes he will bring packages, and he will leave with different packages.
You use Amazon yourself?
Yes, I do.
Okay, so you've had different packages as well.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I made a website for reporting illegal immigrants, and sometimes people end up on the website thinking that it's real. And somebody wanted to report a man that they suspected to be an illegal immigrant that lives in their neighborhood. So I reached out to see if I could help.
There is one person who comes, and he's not English speaking, and he will come possibly, maybe you'll see him 2 weekends out of the month, and it's not even for a complete weekend. He'll come Saturday like a thief in the night at 10:30, 11:30 at night, and then leave Sunday.
I made a fake news headline that says Walmart to close its doors on Black Friday. Then I emailed that.
A kindergarten teacher, call ICE on the student and the family, and we have the damn recording. You are not going to believe this. Here it is. She accuses him of having the audacity of being sarcastic when she's sadistic. There's a longer version. We didn't have time to play the whole thing. But she went on and on in her complaint about how she really doesn't know. But if they're taking, taxpayer dollars and utilizing our resources, they need to go. And the pretend ICE agent says, well, it's a 6-year-old child. The 6-year-old child was born in America. And so the child's parents will be deported, and the child, and she said, well, that's not her responsibility. She's a freaking kindergarten teacher looking at that child every day, 5 days a week at least. But he happens to be brown. So she calls what she thinks is the deportation number. She's a kindergarten teacher. Okay. School to prison pipeline starts with the responding educator. It starts with the educator in the room. Punishing Black and brown students more harsh than a white student for the same thing. The data is there. Department of Education released it. It's empirical. But this is what we're fighting. All right, share thoughts.
So the kindergarten teacher is insecure and doesn't think very highly of herself. And the only time that dopamine in her brain gets going is when she's able to look down on and hurt other people. I thought the sarcasm was beautiful. It's one up on just cussing her out in the way that she actually deserved. That's what it actually is. What a real sicko.
Yeah.
It's just sick behavior.
Yeah. More updates to come.
You make it sound terrible. You make it sound like it's terrible, but
Oh, well, I'm just writing.
Okay. As much as I love this kind of work and I love seeing that we can, you know, have tangible instances to explain like how disgusting this breed of them people are. I mean, like, we knew that. I knew that. We knew that. I'm tired of creators constantly coming up with these scenarios, right? Real life, real world scenarios of, say, a teacher fucking violating FERPA law for the sake of turning a fucking 6-year-old into an orphan. I need these creators to either dox this bitch or keep that shit on the fucking playground. I'm really tired of it. I'm really tired. A lot of these bitches need to die. A lot of them, they need to die. And see me, I'm so conscious about a big reason why I can't be a mother for a minute until I do a lot of inner work is because that doesn't even have to be my child. If I recognize that voice and I knew what county that was in, and I can maybe figure out a way to confirm who that bitch is, it's up. It's up. But I'm like very irritated that creators want to keep on putting this it feels like rage bait. It feels like rage bait because I'm raging. We all should be enraged. This is a real situation. Drop that bitch's fucking name, or at the very least, drop the school or the number that called you. At the very least, drop the number that called the hotline, or keep that bullshit on the playground. I'm tired of it. The next time I see these kinds of creators, y'all need to start fucking doxing these people, or y'all deserve an ass whipping too. And I gotta make it sound so terrible. Like, make it sound like it's so bad. You make it sound like it's so bad. Like, oh my god. Why are you talking to me like this? Do you have a supervisor? Can I talk to your supervisor? How dare you make me seem like such a terrible person for calling ice on a 6-year-old who would have like no other way or no other support system as far as you make it sound like I'm a terrible person and like the terrible things that I'm doing as a terrible person is like a terrible thing. Can I speak to your supervisor? You make it sound so terrible. Euthanizer.
I have my own hotline for reporting illegal immigrants, and people call it thinking that it's legitimate.
I wanted to share my thoughts about the video that I stitched, and if I'm being over dramatic, or if I'm being too woke, as they say, like I'm open to any feedback. You know, I'm not above, you know, seeing the error of my ways. Anyway, look, I get it. Watching that kind of stuff is entertaining, I guess. I don't know if that's the right word to use, but it's like watching a car accident. Like, car accidents aren't good, but we can't like help but to watch them, right? Like, I know those videos they're not like good things, but like we're entertained because humans are awful things. Anyway, that being said, like, I get it. I watched the whole thing. I watched the whole video. However, the thing that is concerning to me is that I would like a confirmation from the person who created that video to tell us that they reported that teacher. I would like that person to disclose what school that teacher is from, disclose the name of the teacher, because at this point it's putting children's lives in danger, and that's not something to play with. It's not something to prank, right? And so if that person that made that video is not going to confirm that they did it, or say that they didn't, I'm just going to assume that this was a skit. I'm going to assume that this was a fake and that person's a fraud, right? Because those are your only two options for me personally. So either you tell us that you reported that teacher, or you said that you didn't, and I'm going to assume that everything that you're doing is fraudulent for gain, for personal gain, because you're also linking your tour information in the caption. And so, because then, and now at this point, it's just you're exploiting the struggles of immigrants, of Latinos, of anybody who is marginalized in this country. You're exploiting the struggles of those people for your personal gain, and it's not sitting right with me. It's one thing to make that content and then use it for good, but if you're just using it to promote yourself, I don't like that. And maybe I'm crazy. Maybe I'm doing team too much, but I would like an answer. So what is it? Did you report them or are you a fraud?
I talked to a kindergarten teacher that wants to deport the parents of a kindergartner at her school.
So that is a violation of FERPA. I know this because I'm a former educator of English language development, meaning all of my students came from immigrant and migrant families. That being said, that is a violation of the Family Educational Rights and Privacy Act of 1974. Additionally, it is a violation of the Civil Rights Act because under civil rights, basically that guaranteed everybody has the right to an education regardless of their migration status. If you are in the United States, you have the right to have access to education, and that is why we have a public education system. That being said, it is not just a violation of civil rights and FERPA, but it is also a violation of the Universal Declaration of Human Rights to try to prevent someone from having access to education, especially in the United States, what would be the K through 12 age range. So she is not just violating domestic policy here in the United States, she is also violating internationally accepted human rights amongst first world nations, the UN, etc., etc. That was drafted by Eleanor Roosevelt. Like, Eleanor Roosevelt helped write the Universal Declaration of Human Rights. So yeah, that educator needs reported not just to her school district, but also to the state licensing board, as well as whatever college she got her degree from, because that is exactly what you learn in education programs is the history of education, why we have access to it, and who has rights to it, which is, spoiler alert, everybody.
So there's a guy on here who has like a fake ICE reporting website. So basically like, it's a fake hotline. People call, think it's real, like as if they're really reporting people who they suspect to be illegal in this country to somebody who's going to go like check them out and get rid of them, I guess. And like the latest one I saw was like of a kindergarten teacher, and she literally was on this hotline talking about, yeah, I have like a 6-year-old student, he's Hispanic, and I went through his files. Why she went through his files, beyond me. What provoked her to go through this man's family files, beyond me, outside of just pure old racism. Because what other reason would you have to do that? Unprovoked, like no reason to go the extra mile. You see you have a Hispanic kid in your classroom, kindergarten, mind you, you're dealing with this kid all day on a personal level, and you felt the need to go see his records to see, let me go see if his parents are from here. She saw that his parents were born in a different country and decided to call the hotline to get it checked out. And it's just like, obviously the hotline's not real, so the dude, he basically pretends to go check it out, to call them back, and like, yeah, they're here. No worries. He's like very sarcastic with the lady, or at least she accused him of being sarcastic on being like, no worries, it's, they're illegal, so the kid won't be a threat. The 6-year-old kid's not going to be a threat to national security, so you don't have to worry about that. He makes comments like that. And even when they're reporting it, he's trying to make them realize just how horrible of a person they sound. Like when she initially called, he was like, okay, so you want to get the parents of a 6-year-old kid in your class deported, right? That's what you want. And like when these people are confronted with the reality of what they're requesting, they try to laugh it off like, oh, you make it sound so bad, because it is bad. That's literally what you're asking for. You want to have this 6-year-old kid's life turned upside down, and for what? Because you're saying you don't want them to use resources in your county. It's like, my whole thing is like, it just made me realize, I was like, wow, you're a teacher. People say stuff like that, like teacher, nursing and stuff, you're supposed to have a passion for it, you're supposed to have a love for it, right? But this proves you do not. There is no love, right? Because for you to be a teacher, to deal with kids, you're supposed to have a soft place for kids in your heart. You want to teach, you want to like guide them, but for you to single out this one Hispanic kid you have in your class and go the extra mile to go through their personal records to see where their parents were born and to report it, and then to be like, yeah, I think you need to check it out, I don't know. And she literally said on a phone call, I was like, well, the fact that, if they're here legally and they have a kid that's a citizen, that's not on me, that's on them. You're a teacher, ma'am. Why are you going your extra mile? The extra mile to ruin your student's life. And then it's just like the reality of like, I don't even know if she knew it was a fake call, but it's like the reality of like, when this person who you believe is real, right, is telling you, yeah, they're illegal and stuff like that, to let it go, you sound upset. You're like, okay, well, like, what? It's like, how are you supposed to look at that kid in the face the rest of the school year? You know what I mean? Like, how are you're just every time you look at that Hispanic kid, you're gonna be like, I try to get your ass out of here, but couldn't do it. Like, that's sickening to think. That's sickening.
I have always told my kids that if their teachers ever start talking about anything political during class time, they have my permission to get up and to leave, to call me, and I will come pick them up. I have told them that if there is ever a student walkout for anything, for any kind of protest, to do the same. Call me, and I will come pick them up immediately. I don't care how mad it makes the teacher. I don't care if anyone tells them that they're going to be in trouble. I don't care what the principal says to them. With me, they will not be in trouble, and we will deal with it together. And I think every parent should set up a game plan for their kid if stuff like this happens. And it's not because I don't want my kids to be involved in what's going on in the world or that I don't want them to understand their First Amendment right to protest. But I guarantee that all of these student walkouts that we're seeing, these kids have no idea what's going on. They're just being given signs to hold and words to say without having any idea about what's behind it. And that's not education, that's indoctrination, and it's intentional. These are not student-led protests. These are organized by adults who want them to have a very, very specific perspective on these issues and do not want them to be exposed to anything that might make them question it. And in my home, I know we're going to have a conversation about both sides of the issue, but they are not going to get that in school. So yeah, my kids know if anything happens in their school that has nothing to do with education, then they don't need to be there.
White women are never beating the allegations at this point. Like, seriously. You know how they say the white men who are in the KKK streamline themselves into becoming police officers, judges, that type of stuff, people who are in the judicial system so that they can continue to carry on the supremacy that they've created? Well, their wives of those same people will become nurses and teachers and gain access to your children. There's a creator on here by the name of Ben Palmer who created a fake DHS line so that he can kind of really see what is going on these calls of people actually reporting immigrants, right? Well, he recorded a conversation with a kindergarten teacher who was reporting the parents of one of her students. Take a listen.
I have my own hotline for reporting illegal immigrants, and people call it thinking that it's legitimate. I talked to a kindergarten teacher that wants to deport the parents of a kindergartner at her school. And it looks like they have a child who was born in New York, which makes them an American citizen.
Yeah.
So we're looking to deport the parents and leave the child.
Right. Like I said, I don't know if they're here illegally. I just think it's odd, you know? It's very odd.
What did you say was odd?
It's just odd for them to even be here. Like, I'm a teacher at a school. Okay, I know schools. I know the whole law about schools. I mean, they seem like nice people or whatever, but I looked them up in our files, and I was like, oh, she was born in Honduras, and he's born in El Salvador. So right there, it's like, okay, maybe I'm on the right path. You know, they drop off their kid every day.
So their kid is their kid a student at your school?
Yes. Yes.
One of your
kindergarten.
Okay, so now you want to get his parents deported?
Well, I'm just saying that if they're taking up resources from our county,
okay.
I'm not into illegal people being here.
I mean, if the son's in kindergarten, what, is 6 or 7,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, he's probably like 5 or 6.
And he was born in New York, so that means, assumingly, they've been in America for 6 or 7 years.
His own teacher. His own teacher. It's giving the same vibes as that nurse who was breaking the bones of black children in the hospital. Y'all are never beating the allegations. Wow.
Imagine repeating somebody's words to them and they say, wow, you make me sound terrible. Repeating your words back. If you don't know what I'm talking about this clip.
I have my own hotline for reporting illegal immigrants, and people call it thinking that it's legitimate. I talked to a kindergarten teacher that wants to deport the parents of a kindergartner at her school. And it looks like they have a child who's born in New York, which makes them an American citizen.
Yeah.
So we're looking to deport the parents and leave the child.
Right, like I said, I don't know if they're here illegally. I just think it's odd, you know? It's very odd.
What did you say was odd?
It's just odd for them to even be here. Like, I'm a teacher at a school. Okay, I know schools. I know a whole lot about schools. I mean, they seem like nice people or whatever, but I looked them up in our files, and I was like, oh, she was born in Honduras, and he's born in El Salvador. So right there, it's like, okay, maybe I'm on the right path. You know, they drop off their kid every day.
So their kid is their kid a student at your school?
Yeah, yeah,
kindergarten. Okay, so now you want to get his parents deported?
Well, I'm just saying, if they're taking up resources from our county, I'm not into illegal people being here.
I mean, if the son's in kindergarten, what, 6 or 7, right?
Yeah, he's probably like 5 or 6.
And he was born in New York, so that means, assuming they've been in America for 6 or 7 years.
Yeah.
And now we're going to go ahead and just remove them.
Are you like questioning that? Or?
Yeah. So I'm just writing this down for my own personal notes, and my supervisor teaches at school, wants kindergarten child's parents deported.
You make it sound terrible. You make it sound like terrible, but...
Oh, well, I'm just writing down what you're telling me.
Okay. Well, yeah, okay.
Said, sounds terrible. So you can write that down too, I guess. And that's Hispanic in an area where you wouldn't normally see Hispanics, okay?
Right. Like people that are born in another country.
Yeah, because you normally see those people where?
Like in the city?
Got it. Okay. Hispanics out of place, now in country, not where they belong in city. So we were able to confirm that they are documented citizens along with their child.
Okay.
So yeah, it's good because we want to deport a 6-year-old. And yeah, I mean, that little fella could have been a threat to our national security.
Why are you talking to me like this?
Say again?
Why do you talk to me like this?
I'm sorry, what are you referring to?
Mind you, all he did was repeat their words back to them. And she can't even believe her own words. And then when she's talking, it seems like she don't even believe what she's saying. Like she can't even say it out her mouth. And yet they still call and say this and expect it. Imagine calling ICE on somebody and watching it. Like imagine they just pull up to the classroom in front of her and the baby is just crying. Was that worth it to you? Did you feel good about that?
There's this video going around that this guy did. And I honestly didn't know if it was real because of how awful it was. I thought maybe it was like somebody that does like parodies or skits or like scenarios or something like that. But I'll tag him below. But the video is, he has a fake hotline for ICE, and a teacher called in for her 6-year-old student. And basically just was saying that, she wanted him to check them out. She's not sure if they are here legally. She is from Honduras, and then he is from El Salvador. But the child was born in New York. I mean, she's just giving all this information and just pretty much saying that she wants him to look into this. She is a kindergartner teacher. And that's why I was like, this has to be like some sort of like scenario or like, I mean, I don't know how to explain it. To me, I couldn't process the fact that this could be a real person. Not like a real, like let alone a teacher calling on her student. And if it is real, which I'm pretty sure it is, I hope this person is like called out or found somehow. I don't know how that could happen, but or she's seeing the video and sees how everyone is watching the video of her doing this. I just don't understand how people are so evil. Like just downright evil.
There's a comedian going viral right now because he set up a fake ICE tip line and people actually started calling it to report their neighbors. At first, yeah, it sounds like a joke. But the video I just watched wasn't funny at all. A teacher called in to report the parents of a 6-year-old child because one parent was born in Honduras and the other in El Salvador. A teacher. Someone trusted with kids. Someone with access to private records. And when the comedian pointed it out like, so you're trying to get a 6-year-old's parents deported? She got defensive. Like she was the victim. That's the part people don't want to sit with. This isn't about policy disagreements. This isn't about voting red or blue. This is about how comfortable some people are with using power to harm others, especially children, and then calling it doing the right thing. Going through records you're legally not allowed to touch. Violating trust. Violating FERPA, all to potentially destroy a family. And the scariest part? Society keeps treating these opinions like they're just another perspective. They're not. They cause real harm. They need consequences, accountability, and exposure, not protection. Because when people show you who they are, especially when kids are involved, you should believe them.
Y'all do not care that they are here illegally. You are simply racist and you hate them because of the color of their skin, and I have proof.
We have a child who was born in New York, which makes them an American.
Just as a backstory, she works as a teacher at a school in New York, and she wants the 6-year-old, keyword, 6-year-old parents deported simply because of the fact that they were born in a different country. She knows absolutely nothing about their citizenship and just wants them deported simply on the basis of them being born in a different country. Now, she herself even admits that they seem like nice people, but they still gotta go apparently. She didn't mention anything about any kind of criminal activity. She didn't say anything seemed suspicious. She didn't mention any kind of abuse. Nothing. None of that. Everything that the Republicans and MAGA have been screaming at you, that they're criminals and whatnot, she didn't mention any of that. All she said was that they were born in a different country, so they gotta go. And she's a teacher. That is scary.
Like this.
Say again?
Why do you talk to me like this?
Please let that be fake. I know that account is the guy that started the Hope That Helps thing. And I really hope that the woman on the phone was somebody that he got to do this but didn't mean it, just to demonstrate how awful that is. But if not, that woman was willing to traumatize a 6-year-old and have his parents removed from the country on just the suspicion that they weren't here legally, not that they had done something horrible, that they had committed some violent crimes. I once worked at a school where the status of a lot of the students and certainly their families was questionable. I just cannot imagine. I just can't imagine doing that. Please let that be fake.
I thought they're illegal because they were born in a different country. I can't help.
Where does she think her grandparents were born? Irish immigrants were coming over in like the 1920s, 1930s. Italian immigrants were coming over in the 1920s. So presumably your grandparents were born in another country. I think we should start calling ICE on white people saying that we think their parents weren't born in this country and they're illegal. It's like, they weren't. A majority of y'all's grandparents were born in another country. In fact, even if you're English, your grandparents are born in another country and just took a boat over here. All white people crossed water or a border to come to this goddamn country. But some of y'all still have the audacity to call ICE on families because you think they were born in another country. Shouldn't be here. I hope your ass gets kicked out.
Texas teacher Jason Buchanan out of Fort Worth ISD is sparking outrage because, believe it or not, he invited ICE to come to his high school to pick up some students that he believes are illegal because they don't speak English. He posted on his Twitter that that he has several students in his 10th and 11th grade class that need to be picked up because they don't speak English. Are you freaking kidding me, dude? And then later to find out that he's not even a teacher. He's a substitute teacher. And you know what? He was fired from his duties. No teacher in their right mind, a real teacher, would never try to turn in her students. What the heck was this guy thinking? I mean, to willfully have his students be put in danger for what? For the fun of it? Who knows? But thankfully, this guy, Jason, is out of a job and he will no longer be near any of these students again.
This is wickedness. This is wickedness. A teacher that was meant to protect, shield a student, that was meant to stand up for this child, even if eyes are coming into your class to whoop their axe up. You were meant to protect these children. Have the right, the audacity, the effrontery. Honestly, it's just because of the way this guy is doing his thing, because I would have loved to see her face. You called thinking they're ICE. Let's just assume that this number she called are the real ICE agents. She will be so happy, comfortable, sitting down to see how they are taking a kindergarten child. Where have this child offended you? What has this child done wrong? This child never asked to be there. His or her parents actually made that possible for this child to be in America. Then the only thing you can do is to go ahead, call ICE. You went ahead and called this hotline thinking it was ICE reporting. It is not fair. When I saw this, I was so disgusted as a mother, because if it is a man that is even doing this, he will understand that he don't really have that pain or that heart when it comes to motherhood or something like that. But a woman that, if you are probably not giving birth, you will give birth, or you are planning to, or you might be pregnant, just one reason or the other, we make you center you in this motherhood line, whether you like it or not. In fact, taking care of those children in kindergarten simply means that you're actually offering them another parental help in different way. Then you now went ahead to report a child, a 5 years old child. A 5 years old child. You went ahead to report. You can see why some of these white women, you can hear from the first woman I played her clip, where she literally said she don't even want to be associating herself with all of these white women. If she even have a way of changing herself, changing her body, changing her skin, or wearing a liberal's t-shirt, in fact, she would have even preferred it. Because at the end of the day, one bad person is spoiling, dragging all of their name into drain just because you want to be racist. Just because you do not like people that look like me, just because you feel like every single thing that look like me should not be in America, despite the fact that you people are not the one that built America. There were people in America, there were black people in America, there were foundational black America, there were indigenous people in America, even before the building of America. But look at it. Look at it. I just hope she see this particular video of this man and realize what she actually did, and also have to, I don't know, maybe in one way or the other, ask for forgiveness or something like that. Because she did not try at all. She did not try. And this is how a lot of some of these white folks will just literally call eyes on anybody. Like they will call eyes on anybody. You might be in your house, or will just call eyes and tell eyes that we have some illegal immigrants here. Because some of this video, we see how eyes will just bump into people's house, bump into people's in the store. It simply means there is an information underground going to them. And this is an example. Let me know what you think in the comment section. Credit belongs to the original creators of every single clips and stitches we have in our today's episode. If you haven't subscribe, like, comment, and share. And yes, with that being said, with no further ado, I do like I always say in my videos, I'm going to be saying bye, and I'll see you guys in my next one. For now, bye guys. I love you guys. Mwah.